For once, everything's working right. Hopefully, we don't have any technical bugs like last time.
Don't speak
Yeesh.
into existence. Otherwise, Phantom Korra will come back.
Dude, Phantom Korra killed our last podcast like halfway through. I'm so sad.
Oh man.
It was like 47 minutes in, and we were recording, and on my end, the audio must have messed up or something. I'm not sure what. I didn't know it stopped the recording. I just knew it because the call was still going. But then I go back to edit, and I'm like, wait a minute. There's only 47 minutes here. I know we recorded for an hour and a half. What the hell? So I'm looking all over for it. I can't find it anywhere. I'm like, damn you, Phantom Korra, you struck again.
YOLO!
Hello, Internet. My name is Aaron. Welcome back to the Three-Way Podcast, home on EVAC Station. This should be number 2 of 2015. With me today, I've got Nicole, returning from last week's podcast.
Hello.
And she has decided to bring along a friend of hers. This is Ryan.
Hey guys.
I don't know very well, so hopefully with today's podcast, we'll get to know all about him.
Hopefully not too much.
Not too much. You got to keep some surprises in for every other week. You know, like a soap opera. If we give it all out at once, no one's gonna watch the next episode.
Dun dun dun.
Just so you know, guys, I think I'm pregnant. I think Ryan's the father.
You lie.
Not sure how it happened. It just did.
Well, things happen.
Internet, it happens.
I know you've been seeing Bill behind my back.
All right, so let's get started. So how's everyone's week been?
Not too bad.
No complaints.
Actually, no. It got bad today because the dry cleaner that I use actually got broken into last week. So I think I lost about 14 pieces of clothing.
No.
Shit.
Unfortunate.
Well, that's a way to say it.
It wasn't any of your Cosby sweaters, was it?
Unfortunately, my Cosby sweater is safe.
Oh, that Bill Cosby.
Ryan has a habit of wearing Bill Cosby sweaters.
Hey, I pulled them off very well. I mean,
I'm not saying you don't. I'm just saying when you get older, you're going to turn to Bill Cosby.
It's just my shtick. Hopefully not the bad things from Bill
I'm
Cosby.
hoping that if he turns into Bill Cosby, it's not because he's going around and sexually assaulting women. That'd be weird.
Yeah, we're gonna steer clear of that bit of Bill Cosby.
Actually, since last week, so Nicole, remember last week when I was complaining about how I couldn't find the Majora's Mask 3DS anywhere?
Yeah.
So guess what?
What? You found it?
I fucking found one.
Where?
Hey!
Okay, so how it worked is I couldn't find it at GameStop, I couldn't find it at Best Buy, Target, none of that stuff. But I was perusing on Destructoid the other day, and someone had posted up a thing saying, hey, GameStop's got some for a few hours, and they're gone already. And then one of the first comments was from one of the other mods of the site, and he's like, hey, you can still get them on the UK Amazon page. And I'm like, oh, really? So I click on it, and then, sure enough, you can get it. And not only can you get it, I'm pretty sure they're out now, but not only can I get it, they actually had it bundled with the game pre-installed on the 3DS, and the whole bundle was cheaper than getting both the game and the console like I normally would have been able to, by maybe $30.
Hot.
I just saw that, I'm like, okay, I don't know how I won this, but someone's looking out for me. Thank you. And now I'll have a shiny pimp 3DS when it comes out.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for the new DS with the second joystick.
Actually, this is the new 3DS.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, you lucky.
Yeah. I cannot believe that sold out in 15 minutes. So that's insane.
I can.
Well, I'm just annoyed that Nintendo didn't have the stock for it. Like, you'd think they would have thought ahead, like, Zelda's a popular franchise we have. This is the new console we're launching. Maybe we should have more than 5.
Nah. Like 4 tops.
Yeah, we'll throw the 5th one in just in case. Oh god, they're gone already.
Well, maybe we'll throw
How
an
fast
extra...
can we make those?
Let's throw another 3 of those Martha amiibos. I'm sure that'll help.
Yeah.
God, that amiibo craze is fucking annoying right now. I love it, but there's so many horrible things about it. I'm just like, no, I'm staying out of it this time.
Look, I got my Yoshi one. I'm happy.
Oh,
That's all I need.
You got it, the Yoshi one?
Yeah, my sister-in-law got it for me for Christmas.
Oh, that's cool.
No, I will abstain from that craze. My friends can pull me into a lot of gaming fads, but not this one.
I'll say this.
I have willpower.
I'll say this much: if a Ganondorf amiibo comes out, that's the only one I'm getting because it's Ganondorf. Why would I not get that?
Well, yeah.
But actually, speaking of amiibos, I saw some articles recently showing custom amiibos where people have been like dressing them up and doing all sorts of weird things with them. Like I saw a Donkey Kong amiibo that was dressed like Funky Kong. It was really good.
Oh.
It was really good.
And is that like actual Nintendo doing something super creative, or is that people buying amiibos and then playing with them?
People buying amiibos and playing with them.
Ooh.
Another one I just saw today actually was someone made a fully custom Mewtwo amiibo. It obviously doesn't work with Mewtwo yet because it's not out, but
Yeah.
it still looks good.
Yeah,
Cool.
nice.
Like, I just love how it's exploded the creative, like, talents of people who love these things. It's like, I don't like the amiibos themselves, but this is pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about like video game culture and you think about video game culture, movie culture. I mean, there are so many people who are insanely creative that are drawn to it. And I love how people's creativity just gets sparked off of this one big idea, and it goes like about 1 billion different ways. It's really, really cool to see what the fans do with the idea once it's made public.
Yeah.
Well, it's like video game mods where, like, you'll have something like Left 4 Dead come out, and then you'll have fans who are actually talented enough to be able to make their own maps or their own character skins. You're like, okay, I can get behind this. I can get behind playing Velociraptors in this game. That sounds cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh
Yeah, so
god,
you
I got
For custom amiibos, and I found a Harley Quinn Princess Peach, which is
Jesus
pretty
Christ.
Oh my god. Actually, I really want to see that now.
I'm gonna look it up now too, just because you told me about it. That sounds amazing.
There's a gold Yoshi with a top hat.
Harley Quinn Peach amiibo. Images. Let's see that. Okay, yeah, I dig that. That's pretty good. Pretty
Yeah.
good.
Hmm?
I also see a Mr. L Luigi amiibo and a Mega Kirby amiibo.
Oh yeah, I see that stuff. Oh man. I really like the Harley Quinn.
Actually, another one I saw that was really good was the Metal Mario amiibo. Like, someone just did a bunch of like metal acrylic paint on there. That looks really good.
Alright, this one's just for you. Someone made a gold and Stardust Pikachu amiibos.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh
For
god.
those who may not know, those are some tag team wrestlers, and Ryan just loves Stardust.
Oh yeah, they're great. They're great. I'm being super, super sarcastic if you can't catch it. Oh god.
You know, I'm wondering at what point are we gonna get like a bunch of Pokemon amiibos? Because I remember back in the day when I was like, it was back in the 90s when Burger King had those toys and they sold out like all the time because parents would go in there and just buy those for their kids until someone choked on one of those Pokeball pieces or whatever. But
Yeah.
it's like, just how much longer is it gonna be until we get Pokemon amiibos everywhere? It's like, okay, well, there's no longer Nintendo, it's just Pokemon.
There is only Pokemon.
At that point, it's just Nintendo. Here's my wallet. Just give them all to me.
I imagine the Pokemon ones would actually sell really well if they started doing all of them.
Oh my god, but there are too many.
God.
What what are they up like? What to like 7,000 Pokemon? What?
About 1/10 of that,
Almost.
but it's still a pretty good number.
No, because then we'll get into the same problem with actual Pokemon, where some amiibos will be event only. And if you didn't go to that
right.
30 years ago, you fucked.
I really hate how, and this is why I don't like amiibos, is how some of them are like super exclusive and hard to find. It's like, can't you just make enough to just meet demand, Nintendo? Why is that so difficult?
Yeah, I know. See, it's one of the many reasons why I can't truly get back into Pokemon. I just can't do it. Can't.
Like, I can do the video games to a degree, but once you start throwing event exclusives, I'm like, okay, well, I had fun.
I've been to one Pokemon event in my lifetime. I think what was I, like 11, 12? And I played, I did the Game Boy tournament, and I played, this guy must have been like 30, 35, all decked out in black leather and biker gloves, and this dude
you
was
the
like
Matrix?
This dude was like 250, 300 pounds. This gigantic dude.
No, you don't realize
He
Ryan
pulled-
went into the Matrix.
Yes, I did. And he pulled out his purple see-through Game Boy Color, and then we dueled. And it was really, really cool. And I'll probably never do that again.
Whoa, we got a badass over here. Watch out.
See, I have a Pokemon experience that's pretty hilarious. So recently, I think just before Generation 6 started, my roommate absolutely hated Pokemon. He thought it was the stupidest thing ever. Along with Avatar, and then I convinced him that was good. So, what happened was he started playing this Flash game. And it's like, this is just like Pokemon. Is Pokemon any good? I'm like, are you kidding me? So he starts playing playing ROMs of the game, like for Black and White 2, I think is what it was he started with. And then eventually, when they announced that Generation 6 was coming, he ended up buying the whole 3DS and Pokemon just because he could play with me then. And
Sounds like someone I know.
and here's the worst of it though. Here's the worst of it. I build my teams semi-competitive. I mean, I don't build them for competitions. I just build them so they're at least competent, so I can play online or whatever. So I taught him the ins and outs of how to battle online, and every time he asks me what type of Pokemon a Pokemon is or what type beats what type, but he knows the ins and outs of the competitive battle scene, EV training, all that crap so much that he actually is beating me on a regular basis, and I'm like, I hate how you can beat me so easily and not know Pikachu's an electric type.
It's a monster.
I created some sort of monster and it sickens me.
What have you done?
Shout out to David, though. I love that guy. As insane as a bastard as he is.
Oh my
Uh,
god.
Go ahead.
Reminds me of our friend Angel, he lives the meta of anything. So I remember for months I just sit on my couch and just like I'm trying to breed the perfect IV Charmander and a shiny with all these egg moves, and he's showing me all the charts, and I'm just like, whoa.
And because when I was back when I was playing X, they made EV training so easy that I ended up getting into it. But it got to the point where I would catch a new Pokemon and I'd say, okay, what's the best EV build for it? Let me look it up. What moves should I aim for? Let me sit on this bench for 2.5 hours and EV train the hell out of it so that I don't have to worry about it anymore. And I just couldn't get into it after that because that killed it for me. And I would tell Angel, I said, the meta has killed it for me. And he says, Ryan, you tasted the meta. Here are the charts that I've got for the IVs. You don't know anything about meta. And I was just like, that's you.
Angel lives the meta.
Oh, Jesus, that sounds awful.
And that's not just for Pokemon, that's for every game that we play with him.
I'm guessing he's an avid Smash Bros. Fanatic too, right?
Ouch. How could you tell?
All day, every day. I hate him.
I'm guessing he's one of the one friend you had that wave dashes every time, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Constant.
See, I tried my hand at wave dashing back when it was still doable in Melee, and I could never pull it off, so I'm like, yeah, fuck wave dash, I'm never doing it.
God.
Watching him play Dota is the most hilarious thing ever because he's just yelling into the mic at everyone on his team. And I just sit there and have a giggle.
He definitely sounds like that kind of individual. But
Speaking of Angel, he just messaged me on Facebook.
Oh, nice.
Oh boy, it's the Mega Man.
He probably heard us.
Yeah, he heard us through the ether.
But I was gonna say, this week actually was a pretty big accomplishment. I finally beat the main game of Dark Souls 2. So yes.
Oh man, congrats!
I felt
That's huge.
some of those bosses are tough, but that last boss was kind of a pushover. I think a little sluggish and everything. But the entire adventure was still a lot of fun, though. And I'm looking forward to tackling the DLC here at some point.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting to me because that game starts off like so hard, and you just have to be, you like by the time you get midway into it, you've got these skills down pat, and you. Oh man, I wonder how they keep making the bosses so competitive when they set the skill bar so high, like from go.
Yeah, I'll say definitely the halfway point of the game is where things start to really click. I remember when I started out the game, my first thing going into it was I'd seen other people let's play, but I'd seen other people talk about the game. I remember the first thing I heard was learn how to melee effectively, because while using spells and everything is great, you will eventually run out of spells, and if you're backed into a corner, you've got nothing else to go on. So learn to melee so you have something to fall back on every time. And so I spent pretty much the first quarter of the game just meleeing everything, and that ended up being difficult, but rewarding by the end of it.
Mm.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll
there's
give that game a
YouTuber
shot.
that I watched play Dark Souls, and he would always do invasions on a stream, and his signature thing was just backstabs all day.
Speaking of invasions, I saw a video not too long ago of someone who made his character look like Pyramid Head from Silent Hill, and just invade people's games. And I'm just sitting here laughing, and I'm like, that's beautiful. I want to do this.
That's too spooky for me.
I'm like, whoever did this is a mad genius. I love it.
Too spooky for me. If I see Pyramid Head in my Dark Souls game, I'm like, nope, that's it. All right.
Game over. I'm done.
We'll play this later. We'll play this later when he isn't stalking. Good.
And then that same guy invades you again.
Oh man.
But one thing I learned in the game that actually really helped out was just I didn't realize early on that if you helped other people succeed in boss fights, you restore your humanity. I just assumed that you go in and you just get extra souls, no big deal. So I did that once, I got my humanity back, and I'm like, oh, this is insanely convenient, because now I can summon people to help me fight in my game.
Oh, that's a nice mechanic. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I mean, I started doing that, I think, the last 5 or 6 boss fights, and that really helped out towards the end, so yeah.
Huh.
Definitely think that my favorite boss fight, for as annoying as it was, Smelter Demon, just fucking fire knight monster thing was just really cool. I want to fight him again. I know there was a blue version of it in the DLC, so I'm like, okay, I'm in. Let's do it.
God, I think I stopped like after the first or second boss. I was just like, I can't do this right now. A big thing about me, and that's probably the reason why. A big thing about me is that I love playing guys with a sword in one hand and a fireball in another hand, or some other kind of like crazy spell knight. It's just me, just my character. What I like to play.
That's every character you play.
That is not every character I play, but we'll get into that later.
You want me to bring up the chart of characters, Ryan? I got it right here.
You have no chart. All you have are lies and false propaganda. Anyway, so I'm trying to bring that over to Dark Souls and trying to learn how to cast effectively and how to melee effectively. I think with my undoing.
Actually, what's funny is the character I have now. After I've gotten through the main game, I used to just do shield and ultra greatsword, which solid combo, a lot of damage, and the shield I had was like 100% physical damage reduction or whatever.
Thanks.
But I'm like, okay, I want to be able to be more flexible in my offense, so I'm dropping the shield completely. And now I'm just going to have magic weapons on one hand and great sword on the other. Let's see what damage I can do.
Oh my god.
It's an absolutely horrible idea that just is so far wrecking house. It's great.
Dodge, all of the dodge.
I mean, that's kind of the thing, too, is like, shield's great for early game, but if you can learn how to dodge, it makes everything so much easier.
Yeah, I love playing dodgy characters. Give me a lot of dex, give me some type of blade, and give me some type of spell, and that'll be me. That'll be me.
Well, like, I was talking to Mike, Nicole, you remember Mike, right?
Yeah, that jerk.
Yeah, I was talking to him when I first started playing the game, and he's like asking my build and what kind of stuff I'm going for. And I'm like, I'm gonna have a shield for a bit, but I'm not gonna use it much because it's like I don't need it if I can just avoid the hits. And he's like, yeah, that's the best way to do it. Just balls out, just dodge everything.
That sounds like
Good
fun.
lord.
Well, while I have a moment of quiet, Angel is writing him the call right now.
Oh, is he about to jump in?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Alright.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, this will be the first time we've had a addition to the podcast in the middle of it. This should be quite the treat.
If you would answer me. God damn it, Angel. It's good.
Hello.
Here he is. This will be a treat.
Hi.
Hello. I missed something. I
Yeah,
came into laughing.
Yeah, you missed a little bit.
Uh-oh.
We weren't talking about you, I swear.
I was
Oh,
trying
no.
to get into the call, but then it said that you didn't respond.
Oh,
So then
interesting.
I thought Phantom Korra had got you. So, you know.
Oh, just some
Yeah.
Skype things.
Any technical issue we blame on Phantom Korra.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Damn spirits.
Damn ghost bitch.
Can't trust her.
I
Nope.
mean, dude, have you seen her eyes? They're all like no pupils and everything. I mean, how can you trust that?
And her floofy anime hair. Such a nuts.
Also, she
This
wears
is
her
America.
shape.
We don't have floofy anime hair.
Yeah,
You know all that.
I mean, come on, America, right?
Mhm.
Everyone needs Bandit Keith hair. Come on.
Guys,
And a flag on your head. How are you
Damn.
supposed to show that you're an American?
damn, I forgot my sunglasses.
Damn.
So, ladies and gentlemen of the podcast, this is Angel. Angel, this is People of the Podcast.
Hello. I just came from a math class at 8 o'clock at night. So, this is a great improvement of my night.
Radical.
Sounds like all of the fun.
Yeah, that's the word for it.
Mm-hmm. That might be the wrong word, but it's a word.
Mm-hmm.
So, Nicole, you never told us how your week was. What's been going on in your week?
Nothing really. Just been watching a lot of Kill la Kill. Just been marathoning that because some nerd keeps bugging me about it.
That'd be me.
Yep.
Do it now.
I still gotta catch up.
I
I'm
have,
almost done.
I have yet to start it, so I will have to do that soon.
Oh, you gotta get through some cringe-worthy fan service, but man, it's worth it.
Man, that was weird.
Is it cringe? Is it as cringe-inducing as High School of the Dead, or is it like better?
Oh, it's worse than High School of the Dead,
Yeah, it's way worse.
which is
Man,
saying
that's
something.
weird. It's
This
so
is from the
weird.
creator of Gurren Lagann, which had some interesting Yoko camera shots.
Except that it's now a show.
Yeah.
Nice.
What else you been up to?
Nothing really. Just I was reading Showbiz earlier, trying to finish that whole volume that I've got.
Mm-hmm.
How's your week been, Angel?
Well,
Nice
I
math.
opened up Game of Thrones again.
Oh,
Yay!
Yeah, I'm on Dance of Dragons. I will avoid spoilers.
I
Read a
think,
couple
I
of
think we
chap-
spoiled stuff last week, actually. So
Oh, jeez.
That's a horrible.
I opened the
pick
book.
up Log Horizon conversation.
Oh no, I have never seen a show I hate so much that I refuse to stop watching. Log Horizon Log Horizon is so bad, but I am so in love with the concept of being trapped in a game that I stomach through some of the worst anime I've seen in my life. It's very strange, and I hate myself for it.
That sounds very similar to a description I've heard for describing Sword Art Online.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly right.
3 out of 4
I will
of us
agree
have
to that
seen
as well.
Sure.
I hate Sword Art Online, but man, what a cool concept. But they blew their load on the first 6 episodes. Yeah, so I picked up Game of Thrones again. I'm about halfway through A Dance of Dragons. Read 2 chapters, said, man, this is bullshit. Put it back down. None of my characters can win. It's every time. You'd think I'd learned by now to stop bringing my hopes up. No.
No.
I haven't learned.
So,
hey, some people are they're still breathing. Some people are still breathing.
Oh, man.
So, speaking of Game of Thrones, has anyone picked up that Telltale game yet?
Oh, it's so good.
No, not yet. How is it?
A playthrough of it, and it's amazing.
I have yet to pick it up. I still need to get it, but Angel, you said you've tried it?
Yes, I've done a playthrough of it. It has that whole Telltale feel where if you can suspend your disbelief and believe your, decisions actually matter, because, in a Telltale game, they really don't. It kind of railroads you into an ending one way or the other. But it feels so good. You are playing this family that is basically the Starks, but isn't the Starks. They're this new made-up family called
Foresters.
the Foresters. Yes, the Foresters. And the crux of them is they harvest this orchard of ironwood, and ironwood is the wooden equivalent of Valyrian steel. So it makes the best shields, it makes nearly fireproof ships, super useful stuff. So they have a really important resource, but they were loyal to the Starks, so they're kind of getting it. Because they were loyal to the Starks before the Red Wedding, all of a sudden, post-Red Wedding, now they're in a really bad situation, and people are starting to abuse them, and it's really interesting. And,
No, the first chapter is a pre-Red Wedding. Because it's still in the
no.
planning.
First
Yeah.
chapter happens after the Red Wedding.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought the game took
I'm
place
thinking the
between
Purple Wedding.
seasons 2 and 3 or
I'm thinking
something like
different
that.
wedding.
The opening scene is the Red Wedding.
Yeah.
You're playing you're playing the squire of a soldier who's at the camp outside the Red Wedding, while all the Stark soldiers are getting drunk. So you get to actually see what happens outside, which is pretty cool. I will try to avoid spoilers, but it's kind of cool because you see all the characters that you're going to play as kind of split up. You have one that goes towards the wall, and which means we're going to be seeing some Jon Snow, which is awesome.
No.
Yeah, that guy's awesome.
My God.
One is in Essos, so immediately I'm like, oh, this guy's going to meet Dany, and it's going to be awesome. One's in King's Landing. She's basically Sansa, except she's the handmaiden for Marjorie, which is awesome because Marjorie Tyrell is such a beast. One of my favorite characters for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then the other one just is the Warden, and he hangs out in Ironrath, which is an awesome name for a city. That's their capital. That's their Winterfell. It's called Ironrath, and it's so cool looking. Great design. Imagine if Winterfell was made out of wood. Except that wood is basically metal.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah. They tried a weird thing, which is very uncharacteristic for Telltale, where they have some of the backgrounds are actually, I want to say oil paintings. And it works really well for those amazing big backdrops, but it doesn't work so well when you're kind of looking up close to some of the backgrounds. It looks really terrible. But I applaud them for being inventive and trying some new stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I know for Walking Dead Season 2, they tried doing like a multiple ending kind of thing. I'm not sure how well that holds up, but I do like that they're trying to like branch out and try something different with their choice mechanics there.
I will be optimistic, but I still remember Mass Effect 3. I know how this could end.
Man.
How are we going to start this again?
He defends Mass Effect 3, and while I think it was a great game, it was advertised as all your choices are going to matter when they really didn't.
Well, and I agree with you to a point. I agree with you on a point, because I think the beginning of Walking Dead Season 3 is most likely going to be whoever you end up with gets killed, just that way everyone has a clean slate starting point.
Oh God, you're probably right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's terrible. No! I can't believe I didn't see it.
Like, I agree with you, that's terrible, because one of the characters, I'm not going to spoil, like, who and what, all that stuff, but of the two characters you could possibly end up with at the end of Walking Dead Season 2, I ended up killing the one I wanted to go with, and then leaving the one that I didn't want to go with behind, because I was pissed off at that one.
Oh, so you got neither of them at the end.
I'm like, fucking both, I'm out of here.
Oh, that's awesome. There's also the interesting thing of you can end up at two completely different settings by the end of the game, which is strange.
Yeah, there's a lot of different ways you can go, and I think I like the one I went with the best, not because I picked it, but because, I feel like it gives the best, like, arc for Clementine's character. Just that she had to rely on all these other people to get her to where she is, and now it's like, okay, I'm tired of having to be the only adult in a situation where I'm like a kid, so I'm gonna go on my own and just figure it out myself.
So much where Clementine's the only person acting like a rational adult for so much of the game.
I feel
There
like
were
I really
moments
need to
where
play this game right now.
There were so many weird moments where it's like, Clementine, go take care of that. You want me to go fix the wind generator? Excuse me? It's just like weird little gamey things like that. We're just like, what?
Like,
You
I
want
mean,
to do what now?
Yeah.
well, like, I mean,
like-
it worked with Lee because he was a big tough guy. Like, that made sense. But this is a little girl. I mean, why are you expecting her to do all these big man things?
And I understand what they were going for, because Clementine has seen some shit. Like, she's been through some shit, and she has matured quickly, but man, let her color some freaking coloring books or something. Let her live her little childhood. Let her have a little fun.
There is no childhood when the dead
Go
start
fix
to
that
rise.
wind generator. Oh, we all
Man.
fuck around over here.
Poor Clem. I love her character so much. What a
I'm-
great character they constructed.
I'm hoping Game 3 they really have her just... Actually, I think it'd be kind of cool if they just jumped ahead a few years and she's like a teenager or something, like or almost an adult. That'd be pretty sweet to see how she grows up.
I'd like that. That'd be cool.
And I guess the other Telltale game that came out this past year that we could talk about, Wolf Among Us. What do you think of that one? Hello? Alright, good.
No!
Hey,
Phantom Korra!
yep, Phantom Core struck again, I
Oh.
think.
Uh-oh. Hello?
Oh, there's one.
I think it's 3.
Hello?
Nicole?
Rip.
She got God.
Oh, she's in the spirit world now.
Are you guys okay?
Oh, there she is. Okay.
Oh, good, we're back.
Rescued from the clutches of Phantom Nicole.
Did I drop from the call?
I think we all
Oh,
dropped from the
yeah.
call.
Okay,
Yeah, it
good.
was
Phantom
weird.
Korra.
Struck
Just
again,
fell
I'm
into the
afraid.
spirit world a little bit. Don't worry about it. It happens.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I actually didn't play, I didn't play the other one.
Us.
Yes. I own it. I haven't played it. It's on my backlog, which means I'll never play it.
I would highly recommend checking it out. Definitely got some pretty good visuals going on. I don't think its mysteries as good as it could have been, but I think it's because they were trying to wrap it up quickly before they, had to move on to other games. So, it's good for what it is, but it could have been more.
Does it follow the Fable series?
Yes, it does.
Oh, really?
Yep.
My friend is really into Fables. Like, he has all the comics, and he's been trying to get me to read them, but I don't have time. I just don't have time. I have to check it out.
And I'm kind of the same way. I don't have time to check out some shows I've been wanting to get into. Like, I'm so far behind on, like, half the new shows that came out this past year. I'm kind of kicking myself for that one.
Oh, man. Yeah, I understand. Yep. In
I
fact,
haven't even checked out any new anime from this year, so I don't know if anything's good. Whoops.
I'm just now finding out what it is to have a backlog of games. I know Angel just mentioned this a little while ago, but I just recently joined the PC Master Race.
Good.
And I just recently discovered Steam and Steam sales, so
Oh,
I've got a good amount of stuff that it's just so far on the back burner, and I went on Origin, and I got Dragon Age 2 and Inquisition. So I'm gonna do this whole massive playthrough, and I finally finished Origins, and I'm about to start Awakening. And then my friend says, "Ryan, you have a good computer now. You should play WoW." And
No.
and then my time.
Don't
See
do
you
it.
later time.
Stop it.
See, I've been a good PC gamer. I've stayed away from the MMOs and MOBAs just because I know I'll never get out of them.
Yeah, I used to play 80 hours of Dota 2 a week.
I remember those
Yeah.
times. They were hilarious.
I used to play semi-pro, so that was interesting. Amateur, I guess would be the term.
I think so.
I put too much time into that.
Did you ever win anything out of those?
I think in total about $700, which is cool.
That's not
That's
bad.
not bad.
Yeah,
I mean, for
I
playing
mean-
video games, it's not bad.
true. But that was a lot of time.
I wish I could get money for playing fucking Smash Bros. I'm nowhere near good enough for that.
Oh man.
These guys won't play Smash Bros with me anymore.
So I heard.
Because you're a filthy cheater.
Like,
I'll
I
play
literally-
every once in a while, and then I'll stop.
Now you always
Because I'll be
use my
mad.
controller.
Yeah, that's true, because GameCube controllers are awesome. I literally went to Nicole's house.
You've been seeing for 3 months.
Man, they're in my closet. I can't be bothered to look. I went to Nicole's house last weekend, and like we were just kind of bored, so I turned on Smash, and I was literally just practicing my short jump back bears. And she's just like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I need to practice this because my friend plays Jigglypuff, and I need to learn my air game." She's just face palmed so hard at me. Like I'm literally just using one move to beat the AI, and she's like, "That looks ridiculous."
Now, are we talking the newest Smash Bros, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Smash 4.
I'm
I
really
like
digging
it.
that game right now. Yeah, it's probably my favorite one of the bunch right now, I think.
It's no Melee, but it feels good, and the music's amazing.
Visually, it's got it looks like the cleanest one too. So I'm happy they got that kind of polish on there.
Oh yeah, it's super polished.
Some of the weird balancing changes changed up the meta, which I always find hilarious.
I'm still sad Ganondorf's like bottom tier though. I wish he was like number 1. He's the best.
Hey man, I play DDD. I don't care what anyone says. It's so satisfying. When you're playing that big, slow character, you just need that one hit, and it's just like,
Boom,
it
done.
feels like $1,000,000. It's the best.
Man, give me a character that runs really fast and runs up and punches you in the face. That's all I need.
You know what?
Give me Sheik, give me Me Brawler. That's
you're
that's
your
my
love
stuff.
cookie brawler.
Oh, Me Brawler.
Like
So, like, I made my my me character look pretty much like me, but with the cornrows and I have a green T-shirt. So when I made my Me Brawler, he actually ended up looking like a black Rock Lee from Naruto. And he plays like a black Rock Lee from Naruto, and it was the best day of my life, and I've never really played anything else. I've never
And
really
then you
played
play it
anything else.
against my Ness.
Well, I knew I was
We don't
gonna
play against
lose,
your Ness
Angel.
anymore.
I just wanted to see how far I could go.
I've got to
Yeah.
applaud for the Black Rock leader. That's pretty sweet.
Oh man, that's wonderful.
Man, I wish Naruto was good. I loved that first season so much, and then it died.
It has its good moments after that, but it's really
No,
kind of back and forth.
It died. It doesn't exist. Nothing else
They
happened.
refused.
Just like how Bleach ended.
Yeah, Bleach ended, guys.
Yep.
It's over.
No,
Nothing
no,
else.
son, it's still going.
No,
I'm sorry.
Hey,
Yeah.
man, you gotta like, at least acknowledge the Rock Lee versus Gaara fight. That's probably like the highlight of anything past season 1.
That was, I really wish, he would have won, but
Yeah, but I mean,
Rock
for what
Lee
they
will
did
never
with that-
win.
Yeah, he'll never win.
No.
It's sad, but he's just gonna lose all the time.
Wait, Naruto's over, right? Has
They-
Rock Lee
Yeah.
ever won a single match ever?
No.
Not that I recall.
Oh no, they didn't give him anything.
No.
Not even one.
He was fighting in the final war, but truth be told, it was really a big stage for Guy Lee, which was really cool. But unfortunately, Guy Lee was paralyzed after that.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
That being said, the opening all 8 gates is pretty sweet.
Opening 8 gates
Isn't that-
is real.
Doesn't that mean he should be dead?
Yeah.
No,
He
the Ninth Age.
did?
Spoiler: Naruto pulls the Deus Ex Machina.
Again? He did that for Pain. He became Jesus. Like, actually, literally Jesus.
Can we just call it Deus Ex Naruto?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
man.
You see, at the
If
end,
you finish it, it'll become known as Naruto.
you see, at the
Glad
end of
I
the
stopped.
at the end of the series, Naruto actually managed to become Jesus God and the Holy Spirit all in one, and that's how he does it.
I'm guessing Naruto is one of those guys who'd fight an angel just to get like blessed.
Yep.
Man, can we just confirm Naruto is the ultimate Mary Sue?
I think it's been
Can't. Just can't. He's literally Jesus. Like, Jesus is actual Mary Sue confirmed. We finished. We got it. It's complete.
been confirmed.
Confirmed.
Mhm.
See, I like that series when it didn't focus on Naruto, like when the side characters got their main
Yeah.
points, like Shikamaru. That was fun. But everyone else is like, no, I don't care.
And then it started
Honest-
focusing on Naruto and Sasuke, and I hated everything.
Oh, I hate
Yeah.
those two so much at this point.
Yeah, I mean that's really where it fell off. I mean, you had the first series. You had the first series where it started with those three, but then, you know, the ninja games came up, and the tuning exams showed up, and everybody got to have a little bit of spotlight, and the whole village was really, really cool. But then they just focused super hard on Team 7, and it was just real bad. It's just real bad.
It fucked it up.
Yep.
That's the problem with trying to widen your scope too much, is once you start narrowing down again, no one wants to have that.
Now I'm really sad because I think of what it could have been.
Yeah, because I started watching Shippuden like when it came out, and I was so hyped for soccer. I'm like, yes, you can do things now.
And then,
No,
and then
she
she
can't.
became useless.
I know. Then
Again!
she utterly
Again!
sad.
She was useless, and then she became not useless, and then instantly reverted.
You can do things. Go do the thing.
Nope.
No, that's Julie's thing. Don't you do that.
Don't take away her thing.
You're infringing on Julie's thing. Oh my god.
Oh, I was so upset.
At least my ship is canon. My ship is canon. That's
Oh,
all I need.
Korra-sama, you mean?
No,
Oh, wait, no,
no.
you're thinking,
Well,
yeah,
that too. But I was also talking about Naruto.
right, Naruto and Hinata, right.
Thank God.
Right.
She fucking earned it.
I swear to God, if they put him with Sakura, I would have been just so upset. I would have rage quit.
I'm disappointed my ship didn't happen. I was hoping Sasuke would end up with a toaster.
No,
He
she
deserved it.
No, the toaster
Oh my
deserves something
God.
better.
Now, the toaster deserves better, but Sasuke needs to put his dick in something. That's gonna have to be it.
Here, Sasuke, I have this lovely fork for you to put in that outlet right over there. I promise, they'll love it. They'll love it.
I just hated in that last story arc too, where it's like, hey, Sasuke's gonna be a good guy and help out in the end, and then after that, it's like, okay, now he's gonna go back to being a villain. Wait, why? And then it's like, okay, now he's good again. It's like, okay, I'm just tired of this. I'm just tired.
The worst. The worst.
They're all worse.
Free.
And like his motivations were so dumb. It's like, I want revenge because reasons. It's like, fine, okay.
And then it was like, I want revenge for my brother. And then his brother came back to life and was like, hey, don't
Nope.
take out your hate on the village. And he's like, no, though, I still want to do it for you. And I'm just like, wait, what?
Why couldn't
Sasuke.
Sasuke just die as he was supposed to?
Yeah. I've never realized that until like I think after I stopped watching Naruto, when I found out the creator kept Sasuke alive because the fangirls would have rioted when he was supposed to die to his brother.
I think that's kind of the same logic used in Breaking Bad when they kept Jesse Pinkman alive. Like, we gotta keep him alive because people get upset about it. Like,
I would have rioted.
But here's the thing. They kept Jesse alive, and then they made him a good character.
they did a really good job with that.
They did not do this with Sasuke. They refused to do that with Sasuke. That's the main difference.
I kind of want to see a side story now of Sasuke going out and making meth.
Naruto, we need to cook.
You need to cook. Oh my god.
I'm
Now
sure
I
someone
want it.
right now is working on it already.
Fans, however many of you are there out there, make art for that. I want to see it.
Yeah.
Do it.
I want
Do
fan
it
art
now.
for that.
God.
Can we talk about a good anime?
Yeah, please.
What do you got?
Was
What's
see,
a
now
good
you guys-
anime?
Nicole, lay down some Japanimation on me. What do you got?
So
You are the master. Go.
am I?
Yes.
When did I earn this title?
Just now when we threw it your way.
Also, aren't
There's
you
always-
the only one of us like fluent in Japanese?
No, Aaron knows Japanese.
Uh, yes, sure.
Did you lose all of it?
I wouldn't say I've lost all of it. I'm just very stupid and forgetful.
Whoops.
So yes.
Yeah, when I said I knew him from high school, that's how we know each other. We were in the same Japanese class.
Remember, Nicole, we were part of the same collective idiot, okay?
That's true. We had Mike and what's his name? Robert?
Robert and AJ
Yeah.
was part of it for a little while.
Yeah, until he graduated.
Yeah, that jerk.
Yeah. Yeah, so we were that collective idiots.
Yeah.
Yet still got all A's.
Somehow, it was
Really
really
tough.
American
so-
Age
Since
of
they just didn't
Education.
want to fail us.
Yeah, what's a good anime? Lay down some law.
Some law.
Jude
there's-
Law.
There's always Ippo. I'll always
There's
push for some
Ippo.
Ippo.
I am kind of hyped to watch that.
Yeah,
You
you
gotta
have
do
to
it.
bear. Oh, the opening theme songs are so bad for a while. They are completely mistranslated. The sentences don't make sense. Like it's one of those. Hey, you know what'd be really cool if we do our opening in English. No, anyone needs to not do that ever. Don't
Hey,
do
hey,
the
hey,
opening
hey,
in
man,
English.
hey, man. No, don't talk to me about translations being bad. I had to sit through Pokemon for years, and my god, those anime translations were just abomination right there.
Those donuts, man.
Those fucking donuts! They're rice balls! Stop calling them donuts for like 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, that's a thing, isn't it? Jelly donuts or some garbage. I forgot what they used to
Yeah.
call them.
That was the Primate episode. It pissed me off so
Yeah,
much.
when that
when I
episode
watched it.
aired and I watched it as a little kid, I was like, no,
That's-
those aren't donuts.
That's definitely a
That's
rice ball,
definitely
guys.
not a donut.
And then I rewatched it on Netflix like within the past year, just out of curiosity. And that happened to come across the episode. I'm like, why don't I remember this? Why am I so angry that he keeps saying that? Stop saying that.
Oh
Oh,
my god.
man.
Oh,
You know how I
kids.
dodge horrible translations of theme songs.
You watch the Japanese versions.
I read the manga.
Ah,
Oh, yeah.
that actually is the
Guy
best way to
was
do
here.
it.
But then you don't get amazing fairy tale music.
That's true.
Fair point.
Fairy
you know,
Tale
I'll give you that. I'll give you
Fairy
that. but
Tale
I'm-
had fantastic music design.
Now.
Amazing.
Question: Do you read the manga like fan translation, or do you read the actual like official stuff?
fan translation because I'm nowhere near fluent in Japanese.
I
I
was gonna say,
can't read
that's-
the raws, unfortunately.
Well, I mean like stuff from the store, but okay, yeah, fan translation is definitely the way to go.
Yeah,
Well,
because I know
remember-
that. Yeah.
Well, I remember there was a story arc, and going back to Naruto for just a second. There was a story arc where Shikamaru Sensei died, and like he's a big avid smoker. In the fan translation, everything was kept intact and all looked really cool. In the like American version, they like censored out all the cigarettes, so you just see him doing weird hand motions and everything.
Oh my
And you're
god.
just watching. You're like, what? What am I watching? What is this? What?
At
I
least
know
they
what-
didn't replace it with a lollipop.
I kind of wish they had.
Like 4 kids.
Oh, 4 kids.
First you ruined Yu-Gi-Oh, then Pokemon, or the other way around. Whatever.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I would talk about the new Sailor Moon, but you nerds probably don't watch that.
Nope.
No.
I want to, but only because of Tuxedo Mask. I just haven't gotten around to
Tuxedo Mask is so much better in this one.
it. Oh, is he?
Yes, because this one actually follows the manga.
Oh, nice.
Instead of just going off on its own, magical girl nonsense.
So it's more like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood than instead of the original Full Metal. Okay.
Yes.
Hey, now, if we're gonna go to Full Metal Alchemist, I can't knock the original anime. I love
I'm not
Brotherhood.
knocking it. I'm just saying that's the difference between them.
We're not
One's
knocking the
succinct
original.
and
We're just
Mako.
saying that's the comparison. That
Okay. All right. No, that's
because I know you will fight someone if we try knocking it.
I will fight someone because it was amazingly well done.
You're gonna take the train over here, and you will fight me in real life.
I will do so. I will catch an Uber right to your house, and we will do this.
I'm safe. There's no trains coming to me.
Because we live all the way in Iowa. No one goes over there.
Well, yeah, I don't even want to go over here.
Yeah, it's too far for an Uber. No, you're safe. You're
Yeah,
safe.
no.
What is this? I'm looking at a list of the new animes coming out this season, and there's a Digimon Adventure Try.
Yeah, they're
I'm sorry,
bringing
what?
back I think they're bringing back the original Digimon characters for like a new thing. I'm not sure if they're older or what, but yeah, they're back.
Oh my god, that is the original
Oh,
ones.
shit.
They look very different. That's totally Tai and Matt and Sora.
I want to say it like takes place with them being older, like in high school instead of like middle school.
Yeah, they're wearing the usual green sailor suits and like that usually is a female in high school. So they look
Yeah.
definitely older. Although we had that epilogue at the end of season 2 where they're all grown up. So at least
Yeah,
we know
but
how
I
it
mean-
ends.
I mean, to do an adventure with them again would be pretty cool because I do miss those characters. They were a lot.
They
of fun.
can explain where the hell Ty's wife came from instead of her being some random lady instead of goddamn Sora.
Here's
I'm
the
so
se-
mad.
Here's the secret. She's actually a blow-up doll.
You don't understand. My first ship was Ty X Sora. I was so
I can
mad.
see that. I can see that.
And they were
Yeah.
pushing it. The story was there. It was amazing. They had that little thing going, and then the epilogue. She's with Matt. I'm just like, why? What happened?
My guess is Matt ended up becoming more of a cool guy, and Ty ended up becoming more of a spaz, and they just had to. She just couldn't handle it.
Well, Ty became a salaryman at the end, which I found hilarious. I
Oh,
wonder if he still wears the goggles to the office.
He should. That'd be radical. Wait, didn't he hand off the goggles to Davis? Now that I
Oh,
remember
you're
correctly.
right.
Oh,
He
yeah, yeah,
did.
shit.
Yeah.
He's like, you're the leader now, so here, take my shit.
Take the goggles.
Take the goggles.
At least TK and Kyrie got together. That's
Yeah, that one made sense.
Yeah.
that was some good redemption.
I hated TK so much in the original series. Like in the first few episodes, he was just so kind of whiny and annoying. But he really stepped up near the end. That was pretty awesome.
Oh no.
Oh no,
no,
No, what happened?
Phantom Korra!
Hello?
she's back. Oh,
Oh.
yeah, he's back.
Oh. They almost got you, Angel.
Yeah, it was close. We found a third? What? They're bringing back everything.
So have you guys heard that the Ocarina of Time 3D remake for the 3DS is now out of production?
What?
What?
Yep. According to various sources for online retailers and for other retailers, that the game is no longer being printed by Nintendo, so the only place you can really get it will be either the eShop or whatever copies remain in retailers right now.
Time to buy a copy.
Yep.
Buy them now before scalpers charge $500 for them.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, no lie.
And they're gone.
Considering this is a launch title or near launch title for the 3DS, it wouldn't surprise me that most anyone who wants it has it already.
Yeah.
But hey, just in time for Majora's Mask, am I right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure that's intentional.
Mhm.
Majora's Mask is my favorite 3D Zelda. It's so good.
Yeah, it's up there for me too. I think it's probably one of the best N64 games they had.
Good
I
time.
have a confession to make. I
Uh-oh.
still need to get into Zelda, like at all.
That's understandable.
Yeah, Zelda is easy to get into, but you have to find the one that actually is good for you. Like, not everyone likes Twilight Princess. I think it's okay. A lot of people don't like Skyward Sword, but some people seem to think it's great. So it just depends which one you're looking for.
Okay.
You just have to find
Because-
your Zelda.
Yeah, must find my Zelda.
Like, which ones have you played so far?
I've seen Wind Waker.
Like,
I've-
it's so fun.
I know.
But it's such
Um,
it's so weird for Zelda, but it's really fun.
It's a tough one to get into though if you've never been a fan of the series. So
I mean, I've seen people playing it. It looks really, really cool. And I'm a musician, so the idea of the major like magic item being a baton where you can conduct the wind, I think that's really, really cool. That's really So
that is pretty sweet.
if I get into any of them, if I have any time, if I can get out of Azeroth for a minute and I have time, and I get that out of my backlog, that's probably the one I'll get into.
Excuse me, sir. I think you mean if you can get out of Draenor? Considering the expansion doesn't take place on Azeroth?
I'm sorry, Angel. Are you even playing WoW right now?
No.
Are you giving me shit for this? Really? Sit down, Angel. Sit down.
I've played.
Angel, were you not expecting that?
I've played way too much Warcraft 2 and Warcraft 3. I got so into the lore. I got too deep.
It's too deep.
Like elbow deep.
No, like chin deep.
Oh God! Oh God! Wait.
No, you're
Well,
right.
hell.
Got hard to breathe for a minute.
I have to applaud that one. That was really good. But no, going back to the music for Zelda though, I think you might like Majora's Mask actually because one of the features is you can wear different masks to become different races. So you can become a Deku, you can become a Zora, a Goron, and each time you use your magical instrument, it actually changes shape depending on what face you're wearing. So for you, you'd play the ocarina, but if you are the Deku, you play like a little tuba. If you're the Goron, you play like bongos or drums or whatever. And then you get a guitar if you're the Zora, which I thought was really awesome.
Oh wow!
Yeah, they all have their own themes, which is really nice.
All right, yeah, I'll have to check that out.
And I think for the new DLC for Hyrule Warriors, they're adding 3 new songs, I think, from Majora's Mask to the games. That's pretty sweet.
Ooh, interesting. Majora's Mask had
Hyrule
some
Warriors.
great
That's
music.
what I played. Yeah.
It's not a bad game. It's
Definitely
nice
to Warriors with Zelda with Hyrule characters. That's
yeah.
I got into that. I was like, all right, I could do that. Yeah.
Dynasty Warriors is my guilty pleasure. It's
I
so bad.
I think it's a lot of people's guilty pleasure, to be honest.
I think we all accept that it's bad, but man, does it feel good to take down like 200 dudes with one slash.
You're sitting
just
there
get to
like,
feel like
the best. Get out of
you
here.
just get to feel like guts. It's the greatest thing of all time.
Yep. Oh,
There's
guts.
a freaking manga for you. Freaking
There's a
Berserk.
manga for you. Oh man,
There's no
Berserk.
happy ending. You know what the ending to Berserk's gonna be?
That's... No, I don't.
We all know Miura's gonna die, and the series is never gonna end because that man doesn't know. He doesn't know how. No, that's the writer. He just doesn't. He doesn't know how to end Berserk, so he's just gonna like. We're just never gonna get an end. It's gonna be one of those.
Well, until the writer dies, and then either someone will pick it up and it'll just go downhill. They'll have to
That's
stop
the
it.
worst.
Or they have something backed up planned just in case he does die. And it's like, okay, run with this and just end it.
No, but he doesn't know how it ends. He himself is just like, I have no idea what to do, guys.
Yeah, seriously, it's getting nuts.
You
So
can
basically-
tell by the way the story's been going lately, he has no idea where to go.
He's basically the anime equivalent of George R.R. Martin.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, no, because I one would hope George has an idea of where this is going. Like you can tell it's going. You can tell things are going places. You can tell that things have like places that they're gonna end up, and not
Fair
all of
enough.
that is gonna collide
Fair
with
enough,
Berserk.
but
You have
will-
no idea.
Fair enough, but the question is, will he live long enough for us to get to that point?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Don't
That man-
speak that.
that man does not take very good care of himself.
It's gonna be okay, guys. It's
It's one
gonna
of
be
those-
okay.
It's one of those, sure, George told the writers of the show how it's going to end, but there's still a lot of details that need to be wrapped up.
Yeah.
Like, a ton.
Have faith. Have
Oh, man.
faith.
I had faith before, and you know what happened? season 3 of Rurouni Kenshin. That's what happened.
No, we don't talk. We don't bring up those times.
Those are
Dark times.
I had faith, but then Inuyasha ended. Preach.
We don't talk about that. We don't.
My friend told me they went back and actually finished Inuyasha legit. I don't believe him.
don't believe it.
No, it's a lie.
I'll never look back. That was my first anime, and I got burned so hard.
They walked off into the sunset. That was it.
The ending, for those of you that don't know, well, the first ending, before they rebooted the series, the first ending to Inuyasha was they look into the sunset of the road, and they're like, one day, we're gonna get you, Naraku. Cut to black, done. Like, what? Little 11-year-old me was pissed. I was angry. I had the wrath of God behind me.
Oh yeah, no, and especially back in the days when Blockbuster had an online service and they would actually mail you DVDs. That's how I was watching Inuyasha.
Wow. You're saying a lot of really old things right
And we're dating. We are dating ourselves really hard.
I am not ashamed. So I got them, and I got the final DVD, and I was so excited. And
Let's date ourselves even harder. You guys remember cassette tapes?
oh man,
cassette tape.
Y'all want to come over and play? Y'all want to come over and play Earthworm Jim on a Sega Genesis or some NBA Jam?
Guys, I got Space Jam on VHS. Let's go. Let's do it.
Guys, I got you covered. Duck Hunt NES. Let's go.
Oh man, let's do it.
I have my light gun still somewhere in my house.
Why?
Light guns all day, every day.
Wait.
I hear the re-release on the Virtual Console not as good because apparently it has like a aiming reticle for the Wiimote now.
Yeah, it's not as
wow.
good as. Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
So it makes
weird.
it makes it trivially easy.
Right, because you always know where you're gonna shoot.
Yep.
To be fair, little 4-year-old me just straight up went to the TV and just blasted point blank.
Oh, didn't we all do that at least once?
I'm like, I'm tired of this.
So
And
even
then
though
my little
4-year-old
sister-
dude's a filthy cheater.
Yeah, well, I'm a Dark Souls player. What do you want from me?
Yeah, that's true.
Dark Souls.
And then my little sister poured orange juice onto my NES, and it died forever.
Oh my god.
So is she still alive?
We don't talk about that.
Oh my god. That's why sometimes I'm glad I'm an only child.
Yep.
Just dodge all of that.
You know what I found 2 weeks ago? I found my original copy of Pokemon Red in my Game Boy Advance, and the save is still there. It's still there.
That's
And
awesome.
I opened it up, and I looked at my Pokemon, and I was just like, wow, I sucked at Pokemon. My team was so bad. It was like my Charizard, who was like level 67, and all my other dudes were like level 30. So the favoritism was real. It was so real.
It took me till Generation 4 to even think about the metagame. That's when I actually started playing it like as like a good player.
I don't want to talk about the metagame.
Oh no, we've already talked
Yeah.
about that a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, before you
jeez.
showed up, we were talking about how you live the meta.
Oh man, I have spreadsheets for my Charmanders
Spreadsheets for days.
That's
keep
what
track
I
of
told your Charmander.
to keep track of the IVs and natures that I have. And I organize my boxes accordingly, and it's bad. It's real bad.
Let's give you a little idea. Any Pokemon that is not up to Angel standards, he throws in a box with the little like city background named Trash.
metallic
Can. Oh, the metallic one.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I label that box trash.
See, nowadays you just put them up on Wonder Trade and hope to get something better.
No. It's so mean.
But speaking of Pokemon, though, did you guys hear that the Pokken Fighter game actually has some new screens showing off the other fighters in it?
Yes.
Jeez, I haven't heard about Pokken in a while. Is that
Yeah,
still happening?
It is still happening. They just announced the new fighters to go alongside Machamp and Lucario. 3 of them will be Pikachu, which shouldn't be a surprise, even though that's kind of weird. Gardevoir, which pretty awesome. and Suicune, which makes absolutely no sense whatsoever.
Wait, excuse me?
Yeah, Suicune.
Yep.
Oh, what?
You can fight as the water dog. Yes.
Yes.
I don't understand. Okay, here are the assist characters. Maybe. Oh no, you're totally right. An actual character.
Yep. There are assist characters. I think they just announced the 3 starters for X and Y are the support characters right now. Oh, and Lapras, I think.
And Amolga.
Right.
Yeah, I'm looking at the stuff right now. Oh, they're not going to bring any Tekken fighters. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's probably a good idea they don't do that. That probably taint the game a little bit for fans, I think.
Yeah, just have Law doing a bunch of judo flips on your Pikachu would make you cry a little bit.
All I want is Hawlucha in this game. I don't care about anything else.
Oh my god!
Give me Hawlucha.
Hawlucha.
It's so obvious. Jeez.
Flying press for days.
Greninja too. They gotta put Greninja in there.
Oh yeah, Greninja.
Oh yeah, Greninja.
I don't know, man. He already has a spotlight in the new Smash Bros.
Smash.
They wanna...
And that's exactly why they have to put him in this.
That being said, though, these screens look beautiful. I'm kind of hoping this game gets to America soon because I want to play this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is the first I've actually heard of it. I had to look it up, and now I'm just kind of sitting in awe watching Lucario fight Machamp. I'm
Yeah,
like,
for
wait,
those who-
what?
For those who don't know, basically what it is the guys who make Tekken have teamed up with Nintendo to make a Pokemon fighting game. The game we've all pretty much been wanting for years. So far it looks pretty good. I think the initial tease had Blaziken and Lucario in it, and since then it's kind of evolved into this, and hopefully Blaziken's still in it, because that'd be kind of weird if he wasn't, but we'll see.
Yeah, that looks real good.
Right now, it's only going to be exclusive to certain arcades in Japan, which is normal for like Tekken games. But hopefully, after some testing in the arcades, they'll eventually ship it and port it to consoles, and we'll get it here in America.
Oh yeah.
Probably in like 2017.
One day.
Yeah.
One
if
day.
if we're lucky, 2016. But I'm gonna say 2017. Play it safe.
One of these
So I'm
days.
looking at screenshots, and it looks like you're always somewhat behind your character, which makes me think this isn't going to be a local, like, you're not on the same cabinet, maybe, on the Japanese arcade games, or you can't play locally with 2 controllers or 2 fight sticks.
I don't know,
Seems strange.
because, well, the thing is, I think the Naruto fighting games for the PlayStation, I don't remember what they're called, like Ninja Storm or
Ship it in.
Revolution or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know
they
what
have
you're
this.
talking
They have a similar setup, so I don't think it's impossible, but it would be weird if they had it like that.
Yeah. I'm just such a fan for the
The normal 2D fighting.
2D, just
Yeah.
Yeah.
mix-ups and all that, yeah.
Well, I mean, it's
I
a
lo-
very simple, elegant layout that is kind of hard to really mess with.
Mhm.
I mean, you can get away with it for Smash Bros. Because they do it in a unique way, but very few can kind of go from further than that.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just kind of reading more news blurbs, see what else I can throw out there. Like, I know the new Nintendo Wii U sales figures popped up today.
Oh, is it alive?
Let me go back up and open that real quick. Where did I put that? It's Majora's Mask. There we go. Nintendo financials. So, according to Destructoid, Nintendo's Quarter 3 financials shedding light on the performance of the yada yada yada. The new Nintendo 3DS is doing well. It sold 1.3 million thus far, plus 580,000 of the smaller models for its lifetime total of 1.9 million. Meanwhile, the Wii U is up to 9.2 million, which is about half the PS4.
Now, the caveat to this is that 3D sales are actually lower, but I suppose that makes sense when you think about the fact that a new 3DS is about to come out.
I know these are the sales numbers for just the new 3DS, I think.
Mm-hmm. Or is the new 3DS out already?
In Japan, I think it's only there.
Hmm. I see.
Well, and it might even. I don't know if this includes pre-sales here in America, but I know for sure this definitely includes Japan because it just came out like this past holiday season for them.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's nice to see Nintendo's at least bumping up the numbers now. Hopefully, they can get back up there at some point.
Let me do some quick maths there.
'Cause I know that wasn't it the X-Bone that just jumped up to 10 million this past holiday season too.
Oh man, the X-Bone is so
No,
sad.
no.
That's a 20% increase in sales from last year. I did some quick
When you do that
math.
math, this is why we keep you
I
around.
thought you just got out of math class, homie.
I can't. The differential equations, they're in my mind.
You
I can't.
can't. You're never out of math class. You're always mathing, man. It's just life.
Oh man, I'm actually napping in math
sounds-
class right now, and none of this is actually happening. I'm gonna wake up, and Mr. Polte is gonna be staring at me like, "Why didn't you finish your quiz?" And I'm gonna be like, "Oh no!" It's gonna be awful.
It's like a dream, Snake Eater.
No. Oh man.
On a side note, especially for Angel and Ryan, I don't know if, after the WWE Royal Rumble this past weekend, there was a hashtag going around called hashtag cancel your subscription,
Yeah, cancel WWE Network.
which is pretty much canceling your WWE Network subscription, which is pretty much just their like TV/Netflix online thing. The day after, WWE released that they had reached 1 million subs and that their stock actually went up.
Right. This
So I found that
makes
quite
sense. This at first glance, it looks like the people canceling because they were so mad at the Royal Rumble. It looks like it didn't work. But you have to think about the fact that because they canceled it, the numbers won't actually take effect until mid-February. And it makes sense that the numbers actually went up because before the Royal Rumble, everyone's going to want to buy a subscription for a month instead of paying $60 for the Rumble. So in about a month, so about February 11th-ish, around there, we should actually see what the numbers really are.
Yeah, I just found that hilarious that they had released that like the day after.
I think that was an attempt at damage control.
Probably.
Yeah, I think it's a good move. It's a good move advertising-wise.
Yeah, I think it was a sneaky way to say, look, your stupid hashtag campaign didn't work, so you might as well come back. Guys, please come back. Guys, really, please. Yeah. No. For those of you that are wrestling fans and were insulted by the Rumble because it's terrible, watch NXT on Hulu. It's $2 cheaper. Just do it. Just get Hulu
you might as
Plus.
well. Just go ahead.
Get Hulu Plus. It's $2 cheaper, and watch NXT there. Now, from a word from our sponsors.
Yep. I've got a sponsorship now from Hulu.
Actually, if you guys want to do an ad read real quick, I can do something for Dollar Shave Club.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, guys, I don't know about you, but every so often I think I need to shave a little bit. You know, I gotta go to work. I gotta be presentable. You guys have to shave too, right?
Well,
No.
most of us do.
Well, I mean, Angel's still 12, so he doesn't really have to worry about that.
I am 23
Still got a little
and I've
peach fuzz
never
on.
shaved in my life, but I am intrigued. Where
Well-
might I go if I do need to shave one day?
Well, you could go down to the dollar store. You could try to buy a $20 set of razors, but you know what? At the end of the day, that's a lot of work and a lot of money you're putting out for something that's
You have to go out of the house.
obviously
travel.
inferior. But if you guys want to do what I do, you want to be a lazy guy who doesn't want to go out of the house, you don't want to spend that much money on razors, you know where you could go? You can go online to dollarshaveclub.com/evac station, and there you can get your dollars. You can get your dollar razors. $3 for razors a month. They get shipped right to your door. And you know what? It's a lot more convenient than having to go to the store for all that crap.
Now, what was that website again?
I believe it was dollarshaveclub.com/evac station.
How
What a
much was
great
it?
deal.
That's a great
I'm gonna
deal.
have to check that out.
You guys should definitely check that out. And if you don't want to get razors every month, you know what? You could change it to every other month. It's a pretty good deal. Some people don't need a new razor every week. They can just do one every 2 weeks. So why not?
Aaron, what was that low price?
I believe you could get it for as low as $3 a month, but that's only for the cheapest range. You can go as high as $4 or even $5 a month.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's a pretty.
It's blowing my
pretty
12-year-old
radical
mind
deal.
right now. I can't handle this.
I can't handle these deals.
I just
So
came out of differential equations, and I could say these deals make no sense. It's basically a steal.
These
So
right there. These deals are amazing.
So if you have so anywhere from their 12-year-old Peach Fuzz to just insanely Harry Bush, just go and get your razors right now from dollarshaveclub.com/evacstation. Tell them we sent you. You get some money. You'll get a little bit of a discount on there. Enjoy.
So you save even more money. Oh my gosh, this is insane.
This is madness.
No, it's Evac Station.
Oh, no. Oh man.
I am so glad we got that ad read in
That
before the mic cut out. That was great.
Well done. Oh man.
So I don't know if you guys follow this at all, but do you guys follow the death battle videos on Screw Attack at all?
I used to.
Really?
I'm aware. Yeah, I watched a few.
What is this?
So it's a series on ScrewAttack.com where they pit up various characters against each other in death battles. Like they've done Goku vs. Superman, they've done Batman vs. Captain America, they've done Dr. Robotnik vs. Dr. Wily. It's a lot of fun stuff. This week they're doing Gaara vs. Toph. I'm super hyped for that because I want Toph to just destroy him.
Did they release the actual
man.
fight yet?
What?
Did they release the actual fight video yet?
It was supposed to be up today, but apparently animation isn't quite done yet, so they're pushing it back a little bit.
Okay.
But there's going to be a preview for the video. The preview is actually available right now, I think. And by the time this video goes up, or podcast goes up, it'll probably be available, I think. Like the full thing.
Man,
I
I gotta give it to Toph. No, I gotta give it to Toph because of the metal bending.
Yeah, metal bending's going to win out.
Metal bending's hype, but dude, Gaara can actually lift the sand above the ground so that it can come out of where she can't see it.
Well, here's the thing, though. If she's on the sand, she can probably see him still.
No,
right,
but
but can she
he's
see the
saying,
sand
but-
coming at her from the ground? I mean, from the air. That's what I mean.
That's a good point.
Oh.
That's the
My-
only reason I give it to her. I give it to her.
Here's-
Otherwise, Toph would eat him.
Here's the thing: Gaara is a master of what is basically earthbending, but Toph is beyond a master. Earthbending is another sense to her. It is her. It is her. Like it's her life. It's what she is.
Well,
So-
I mean, in their character analysis videos before they actually do the official death battle, they talked about each character individually, and they were mentioning Toph's metal bending. And then I watched the Gaara video where they mentioned his sand armor is basically just turning sand into metal. And I'm thinking in my head, I'm thinking she could probably break that defense, no problem.
I'm thinking she could probably use that to kill him if she doesn't quick him out. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you cover yourself in earth? There you go. Okay, that was.
The only issue I really see here is if she can can she handle the demon? That's what I'm wondering.
Is it young Toph or old Toph?
It should be old Toph, but unfortunately it looks like they're going to be
Yeah,
using
it's
young
young.
Toph, and I kind of get why. I mean, she's the one everyone knows best, so...
I think old Toph would be unfair
Yeah.
because
Yeah, well,
if
Toph
we
would
remember
probably-
the last season of Korra, old Toph stepped up, and Kuvira is like, "Yo, I don't want that. Take your family. Just leave me alone."
Yeah, Kuvira was like, nope.
Kuvira literally let them walk away because Toph showed up and said, "Y'all youngins need to stop this bickering. Get my family."
Toph is pretty much Exodia. You lose it when she shows up.
The only saving grace is her injured back. That old back.
But I mean, I wish they would kind of use Toph from when she was a police chief, because I'm guaranteeing you she would murder everybody.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I really just want to see Toph from when she was a police officer. I want a show that focuses around Team Aang when they're older. I want to see adult Team Avatar just wrapping
That'd be
people's lives.
really cool.
They're kind of doing that with the expanded universe comics that they're putting out, but yeah, I agree. I do want to see more of them as they grow up, because that'd be cool.
I want Sokka back so bad.
Man, we
It's
all
so
want
cool.
that.
But man, I miss Sokka.
Yeah,
I
like we
want to know
mentioned-
where that meteor blade is. That's what I want to know.
It's gone, man.
No, it is not gone. That is a named artifact in the world. That's not just gonna fade from existence. No.
See, Ryan, what happened is it fell to Earth, it landed in a rock somewhere, and now you have to be worthy to pull it out of the stone.
Jeez.
Grumble.
I mean, I'm guessing
Wait a minute.
I'm guessing someone threw a Triforce sticker on there somewhere, so now it's the Master Sword.
Wait a minute. Did they take into account the fact that Toph can bend meteors? Can she just hit Gar with a meteor? That'd be hilarious.
No, man, that's too powerful.
Get wrecked.
Oh, there happens to be a comet in orbit. Well, let me just borrow that. No.
GG.
No.
Yeah, but I mean, I remember last week we mentioned how Bolin and Varric were really good comedic relief characters. I still miss Sokka, though. He was just perfect in every way.
Best. The best.
Oh man, it's the boulder!
Just perfect. Perfect character. But he started out so weak. He had to grow.
He did have to.
I remember once when I fought that combustion bender with my trusty boomerang.
Right. You do always come back.
Oh man, but it was so gratifying to see him be all this character, like all this comedic relief, and he's sitting there like, every one of these guys is a master of something. I need to do something, and then he learned sword fighting, and then the Day of Black Sun happened, and he's cutting off the cannon barrels off the tanks in one strike. I'm just like, yeah,
Pretty awesome.
I needed this for my guy. It was wonderful.
While I really loved that, I felt like it was weird because Sokka was already an amazing character before the sword. And while I think the sword did help him, he was already a brilliant strategist.
Oh yeah, no question.
Oh yeah. I mean,
And
I'm not saying that the sword made his character, but I was so happy for him at that point.
They were at least smart enough to reference it by saying, "Oh, it's okay, you're the idea guy," but it still wasn't enough for him.
What made his character was sarcasm and meat. That's all he had.
Oh yeah. And cactus juice. Never forget the cactus.
And the cactus juice.
It'll quench you.
Oh gosh.
That's an advertisement for you.
This podcast sponsored by Cactus Juice.
Oh man, if there's not an energy drink named Cactus Juice, I'll be so mad.
There probably isn't. We'll have to make it.
Alright.
Hey, it's an open IP. Go.
Oh.
We'll advertise it as the quenchiest.
Yep, get on that idea right now.
Come on, fans, make the fan art. Go for it.
Fans,
Google,
if
I
you
don't want actual cactus juice.
We're just gonna put stickers over Red Bulls. Just call it Cactus Juice.
Yep.
We'll cut you in. We'll cut you in for a percentage if you guys make some really good art for us. So fans, you have to go.
Go for it.
I'm trying to look up some other news here to throw out there before we call it a night here. I know Dying Light came out this week. Has anyone had a chance to try that out yet?
I have been looking at it, but man, I'm finding it a lot harder to spend, $60 on the game nowadays because they are just coming out so much faster than they used to.
Oh yeah, I mean,
At
and
least
plus
I feel
on top
like
of that too, you have so many of them just like, we're not gonna put reviews out, so you have no idea if it's any good until like after people already bought it.
Yeah.
And then you have so many that are releasing, and then you find out they're early access, and you're just like, God damn it. Like, this game's not complete.
Or you have a game like Assassin's Creed Unity launch, and you think it's a full game, and it turns out it really was early access the whole time.
Oh my god, that game is bad. You know what burned me the most about that game? I just remember when they first started hyping it at like E3 and stuff. They were like, yeah, now you can play Assassin's Creed with your friends. Which, by the way, terrible premise. Assassin's Creed is not a game I want to play multiplayer with.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And single player
Finally gets
campaign.
it.
Somebody said it.
Like that's
Yeah.
that's because you know how weird it is to be playing Assassin's Creed and your friend is just yucking it up in the background. Like that's so immersion breaking.
You know how hard it is to play any story-based game like that? It's tough.
Yeah, it's really weird. Like you're just like trying to be all super stealthy, and your friend is just bumping and rushing through crowds. You're just like, God damn it, Steve.
Like,
Yeah.
imagine playing Chrono Trigger, and everyone was like playing online. Everyone was a different character, and you were trying to fight the boss, but then you have one guy in the group who's just wasting potions on himself.
It's just really strange. Some games shouldn't be multiplayer, but unfortunately, we live in a weird time where everyone wants everything to be multiplayer always.
Well,
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the prevailing thought is that big publishers want multiplayer because it's free. It's basically secret DRM. As long as you ever have an online version of the game, they can't pirate it as easily. So.
Yeah, it got rid of one of my favorite genres, which was the single-player first-person shooter. I used to love the old Call of Duties. I used to love Medal of Honor, like back when there were way too many World War II games out, like way too many.
Back in simpler times.
No, that was awful.
Back when we thought Half-Life 3 was just around the corner.
That's still hurtful. But yeah, I miss how like now you have all these first-person shooters coming out with 4-hour campaigns and no, but the multiplayer is great, and I'm like, I don't want to play the multiplayer. I don't want to play with a bunch of 12-year-olds.
Yeah.
But luckily,
Seriously.
there's still games like Wolfenstein New Order that are amazing in single player only, that keep the genre alive. But I can't think of too many besides Wolfenstein New Order that came out recently. You know, it's very strange.
Right. Well, I guess Far Cry does have a online mode, but I know its single player campaign's pretty expansive though.
I'm getting kind of sick of Ubisoft games. They're all the same.
Yeah.
They're
Far
all.
Cry 3 was good. Far Cry 4 just did not pull me in though.
It felt like a map pack for the same game. Here, now in this map.
Oh wow.
There
Plus
wasn't.
on top of that too, I think the main villain only shows up for a little bit at the beginning and a little bit at the end. He's not like Voss, who's there a lot.
Voss wasn't the main villain, which was a sin from Far Cry 3. She should have been the main villain. I read this one like suggestion of how Far Cry 3 could have been improved tremendously, and it's you get about 3/4 of the way to where you kill Voss at the end of Far Cry 3, and instead of it going to that new villain dude, you find out you were Voss all along, playing as some mental creation he made while he was fighting it himself, and then suddenly you're playing as Voss for the last 4th of the game. That would have been amazing!
That would have been pretty sick.
Because with all the mind trips and all the questioning reality that game had, it would have fit in perfect. It would have been... Oh, I want it so bad. Someone retcon that.
You know what? That's really my biggest thing about Ubisoft, and I think it's like the last Ubisoft game I played was Assassin's Creed 3, which was such a huge letdown.
Honor.
Because,
God.
and here's the thing, they always start out with like great ideas. And I was a huge Ubisoft fan back in the olden days when we were still doing Prince of Persia.
Prince of Persia.
Like olden day Prince of Persia, Two Thrones, Warrior Within, Sands of Time. That was my shit.
Days.
Those were the days. And I was like, Ubisoft, these are my guys. And they start off with this great idea, and you're playing as this guy, and he's pretty cool. You're interested, and then like four chapters in, he gets to the Americas, and he's finding new people to recruit, and he's like, all right, I like your gumption, I like your skills, we're going to induct you into the Order. From this moment on, you are a Templar. You find that you've been playing a Templar for the first hour and a half of the game, and you're just like, what the hell? And then the game goes downhill from that, because they had something awesome, and they kept failing to capitalize on it.
Yo, you have to mention ship combat though.
Ship combat was where they got it right. No lie, ship combat was where they got it right.
That they made
That's why
that's why
Assassin's Creed 4 is all ship combat, because it's the one thing they managed to
Black
get.
Flag's so good. Just because ship combat.
It's like they took all the feedback cards from Assassin's Creed 3 and it's like, Okay, they like the ship combat. Make a game just about that.
They like the ship combat, and everyone hates Connor. Let's make a guy that's the exact opposite of Connor. And it worked amazingly.
Should we include any neck stabbing like we had in the previous games? Just ship combat.
Boats on boats on boats.
Never mind that we've completely screwed up the main storyline. No, we don't need that.
Oh, don't
Doesn't matter.
even think about that. No, I'm kind of annoyed about the Ubisoft formula of, hey, there's a base, go capture it, then climb something really tall to unleash more of the map.
It's very predictable anymore.
It's very predictable.
I'm just kind of annoyed how Ubisoft keeps snubbing Nintendo. Like, I know back when they first announced Rayman, like, Legends as a Wii U exclusive, and then it's like, oh, hey, you know what, we're going to delay the game because we're making ports for the other consoles. It's like, you're done with this one, though. Release it for this console and then work on those two. What's so hard about that?
I don't blame them. Wii U was really dead at launch.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it doesn't help that you don't launch games for it, though.
It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. If I was a publisher, I would not have released it on Wii U. But it burns Nintendo, which is awful. But I understand the decision, as scummy as it is, it makes sense.
I understand it too, but it's just like, you know, the more you keep putting off making games for it, the harder it is for the games to get to it, which makes it harder for it to sell ever.
Exactly,
Yeah.
which means less publishers want to go to it, and it just cycles out of control. Which is why Nintendo will always live on to the first-party releases.
And Bayonetta 2. I love that game.
I still need to play Bayonetta 2.
You need
I
to
bought
do
it.
It's so good.
I bought it. Here's the thing. I bought it, but I never got to play Bayonetta. I never got to beat Bayonetta 1. So I bought it, and I played through Bayonetta 1. I played through it entirely, and it was awesome. I just haven't gotten to start it yet. Start Bayonetta.
Oh, okay. What you need to do, stop doing anything else and just play Bayonetta 2.
Have you played Wonderful 101?
I'm sorry. I mean Draenor, Angel.
Have you played Wonderful 101?
I own it. Yeah, it's wonderful.
I've started, I have yet to finish it.
So you know the end of Bayonetta 1 and how amazing, climactic, and bonkers it is?
Yes.
Wonderful 101 is bigger.
Yeah, it's
One
that
Camilla-
101 for the first time.
Kamiya knows no bounds. I fucking love that man. He's amazing. He's one of my favorite creators. Kamiya, Suda51, and Swery are just the greatest of all.
Platinum Games has yet to disappoint with anything. Like, even their Legend of Korra game, for as mediocre as it was, is still a really solid game.
For, what is it, $15?
For $15, it's a really solid combat game.
It's amazing. It has the platinum feel, but it's obviously not as big.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they had a budget with it, but they did a lot with that budget.
They stretched it. It was.
They threw writers under the bus. Disconnected again. Technical difficulties.
Oh no! Oh!
Hey, we're back.
Hello?
I think. Who's all back?
Are
Hey,
we all
versus
back?
Angel.
Oh, Angel's dead.
No, he's done. He's dead.
He's dead.
Should we call him back?
Oh, no, he's alive.
See, y'all gotta go mention the Avatar and he gets sucked into the spirit world.
Yep.
It seems to be a recurring theme here.
Alright, so that's a new rule. Don't mention it. Otherwise,
Platinum.
But just to wrap it up, though, I mean, they threw writers under the bus, they threw visuals, not necessarily under the bus, but just to the side, and they just focused on combat. Really polished, really good. Would definitely recommend it.
And each of the elements feels different when you use it, which is awesome.
And now getting away from Korra so we don't have another technical staff again.
just
Oh,
don't
no, we
even
said
say
it.
that name.
So, how about that generic sports team?
Football! Alright.
Yeah. How about that basket hoops?
Oh yeah, that's right. Isn't the Super Bowl this weekend or something like that?
I don't know, I'm saying
I feel-
frozen on ice.
I feel really hypocritical because I played football in high school. I can sit down and enjoy a game of any sport, really. I can get into it, but I'm not one of those people who follow it.
No, I can totally get what you're saying, yeah.
I used to be
like everything, I do everything in excess. I used to be deep in football, fantasy drafts, following the rookies, following NCAA, which is college ball. And then I'm like, man, this is terrible, and just stopped. Sucked.
He's like, man, the meta sucks. Goodbye.
Like just arbitrarily one day, I'm like, this is bullshit. Just stopped after like 4 years.
Oh man.
Now I have no idea what's happening in the old footballs.
All I know is that the Patriots are playing in the Super Bowl, and that's about it.
Never seen
Patriots
that
versus
before.
Seahawks.
They're playing against Seahawks.
Yep.
Okay. Now I know the whole story.
Yep.
All I know is that one
Because the
sports
Seahawks
team.
beat the Packers. Sorry.
Never seen the Patriots in a Super Bowl before. How shocking.
My ex is from Wisconsin, so I have a little bit of aggression towards the Packers. Sorry, not sorry.
I just like seeing the Patriots there because I like seeing cheaters get ahead and just.
All I know about what's going on in football is that the Patriots got in trouble for having underinflated footballs.
They had lesser balls, is
Yeah.
what we're being told.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it makes them easier to catch. It makes them easier to grip, easier to catch. That's why.
But a lot of sports analysis analyzers, whatever. A lot of people have already come out and said that despite that being the case, they would not have made the game that one-sided. So
Yeah, no, it was hyper one-sided. What was it like 49-7 or something stupid?
Yeah.
something
Something
like
ridiculous
that. It was
like that.
ridiculous. Man, I like we've gone from like games and anime to football. Like that's a sudden 180 right there.
Well, we gotta throw something in for those other fans who actually enjoy it. We gotta give it to them.
For the two fans who tuned in for sports talk.
They tuned into the wrong podcast.
Hey, maybe they really love sports anime, alright?
Maybe
You may know Evil. Get on it now.
Yeah.
Oh man. I actually have to head out pretty soon if you guys want to start wrapping it up.
Yeah, we can go ahead and wrap it up then real quick since I'm sure someone's have to work tomorrow anyway. So.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I have to wake up at 4. That's wonderful.
Alright, well, guys, thank you for coming out and joining us on the podcast tonight. It was actually a lot of fun, so hopefully we'll do this again here real soon.
Thanks for inviting me.
Thanks for having us.
Not a problem. And for all you people out there listening, we hope you guys tune in again next week for more insane bullshit that we usually do. Anyone else have anything they want to say?
Nope. I'm gonna go work on a paper and not sleep for the rest of the night.
Sounds like a life.